You imagine scoring De Gea, world best goalkeepers, 7. Welcome to this episode of Sports Review Section. We meet to look at this is a very special guest, Mr. Valentine Agogo. Mr. Valentine, you're welcome.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
yes.
sir. Always good to be here.
I believe we'll have a lot to discuss on this sports segment.
Yes.
Okay, let's start with the Premier League. I'll just list out some results for week 25. Then you look at it and tell us any of the results that stuck out. And also, we're going to look at the match that just ended. Manchester United versus Liverpool. That is an interesting one also.
Very, very.
So let me start. Yesterday, Man City 2, Newcastle 0, Chelsea 1, Leeds United 0, Arsenal 3, Bournemouth 2, Aston Villa 1, Crystal Palace 0, Brighton 4, West Ham 0, Wolves 1, Tottenham 0, Southampton 1, Leicester City 0, Nottingham Forest and Everton played the 2-2 draw today. Then the big one, Liverpool 7, Manchester United 0. What's your take on all these results? Which of these results stuck out for you?
I want to congratulate Chelsea for their victory. All right, even though it was this very, very slim and narrow one. Now, but for some major matches that stood out there, I was looking out for a better performance from Newcastle with their match against Manchester City. But Manchester City, Pep Guardiola side being who they are, whether home or away, they are always in form. So anytime you meet the Pep Guardiola team, you are always in for surprise. Except the last matches that they drew, that was a surprise to the entire world, despite all their chances of scoring. All right, so Man City going over Newcastle 2-0 is actually expected, but I wasn't expecting Newcastle to actually concede that much. I expected it to be a very tough one, seeing the fact that they also have skilled players. And they've been in form lately, all right. And on top of they are also among the top 4 in the league currently. Then another match that stood out was the Arsenal and Bournemouth. Now, personally, I was almost devastated yesterday during the match, especially when the Bournemouth scored the quickest goal this season. 1 minute. In fact, it was even less than a minute. It
was 7 seconds.
So you can imagine. So that was the fastest goal in the history of Premier League. So for it to come from Bournemouth against those at the top of the league, Arsenal, it was a very strange one, because if you watch the way the goal went, it wasn't supposed to be a goal. It was as if Arsenal just became sloppy at the opening of the match. Maybe they weren't expecting an attacking Bournemouth, because if you watch the match, immediately the match started, Bournemouth 4 to 5 players actually just came off that line into the Arsenal half, and they just kept running until they scored. So it was an intentional striking strategy. So, but the good part of it all was that Arsenal didn't just sit back. They didn't just sit back. They saw the way the match was, even though just immediately into the second half, they also considered a second goal, which of course I knew most Arsenal fans tuned off, went to some other channel and gave up on the match. As at 67th minute, the Arsenal was still 2-0 down. But like they said, Arteta was the hero of that match, because he turned the match around, and we now had goals from Ben White, from Partey opened the scoring. Ben White followed. Then Neeson came in with that outstanding outside shot which came into the net. In fact, the goalkeeper wasn't expecting this goal at all. It was expected to be a 2-2 draw, but that goal just took everyone by surprise, and Arteta took the glory over that match. But the big one, my goodness. Before this match between Arsenal and Man U tonight.
Okay, you mean Liverpool?
Sorry, Liverpool and Man United tonight. Now, spectators, bet houses, even fans, even the Liverpool fans didn't go into this match hopeful. Liverpool fans didn't go into this match hopeful as much as the Man United fans that went into this match with 90% of assurance, 90% of confidence. 90% of everything. Liverpool fans just went in to say, let's see if we could use Anfield as an advantage to to us not conceding so much, or at least drawing this match. Jurgen Klopp wouldn't have said that he went to this match believing that he would defeat Man U, let alone defeating Man U with such a wide gap. Before now, we all saw Ferguson watching the match over there. He sat down because before now, the last time Man U lost to Liverpool for as wide as 5-0 was 1925. So just imagine, almost a century later, we had 3 braces, 3 in one match. I believe the last time I saw such wide goal aggregates was between Man City, I've forgotten the name of the club,
and Southampton.
That was 2 seasons ago, and it was about 9 or 10-0. But this one, for the greatest, 2 of the sternest and greatest rivals in English football, Liverpool and Man United, 2 giants of soccer in the world, to concede 7-0. It's unbelievable. Actually, I believe I'm still dreaming. It's not real. I had to put a call across to some of my friends and relatives who are Man United fans, with all due respect to Man United. I just called them as a hand market, and they all dropped the call on me. They cut the call. I actually feel for Man United. I wasn't expecting them to concede this much.
Well, like you said, the match it has come, and that is the result.
You know, some of that
Liverpool 7,
yes,
Man U 0.
Sorry for coming in.
Keeping a clean sheet and also being beaten 7-0.
Yes, they kept a clean sheet and they beat. You imagine scoring De Gea, world best goalkeepers, 7. As a matter of fact, it should have been 9. There were 2 goals that were missed, just direct clean goals.
Now, looking at the table almost remains the way it is. Arsenal is still 5 points ahead of Man City. And do you still think Arsenal has what it takes?
With last night's match, I'm praying seriously for Arsenal. Honestly, I think 5-6 weeks ago, yes, I would hit my chest and say, this is already a smooth run, a landslide victory for Arsenal. There is no catching them. That was about 5, 6, 7 weeks ago. But right now, with the way they've been a little bit sloppy in some of their matches, drawing some matches that they were meant to win, and losing some matches, it's not been very helpful. Because imagine, if not for 1 or 2 tactical changes, yesterday would have been another terrible history for Arsenal. So I really can't say it's going to be a very smooth victory for Arsenal.
So you are not very sure now, like you used to be. Okay, let's go to the Italian Serie A. Napoli lost yesterday. Their second lose in the season. Yes. They lost to Lazio, even at home. They lost 1-0 to Lazio. And also a major match, Fiorentina won Milan 2-1. You have a lot of the teams.
They drew.
Yes. Then Inter Milan is leading, let's say, by 2-0. Now we'll go to Napoli. You think they are 15 points ahead, and it was 18 points before,
yes,
but because of this match, it's now 15 points. Do you think they need to?
They are still going to go through. If you watch the match, they did everything they could, but somehow nature just wasn't working in their favor anymore. Or for that match, all right. And Lazio were persistent. They were very firm. They pressed and they made sure that when they had their goal, they held on to it very firmly. But Napoli, in my own rating, still outplayed Lazio. All right, they still outplayed Lazio, so it shows that they're still very much in form. And I believe very strongly that they would.
It's not the outplaying, it's the number of goals that counts.
It's
because if you watch Arsenal's matches and Bournemouth, Arsenal had over 79 ball possession, but still they were trailing.
Very true. Arsenal have had a lot of ball possessions, even though they lose.
So do you think Napoli, they should be afraid? They should. Well,
like Mourinho said,
they're going to win.
Napoli is going to win. And if it was just imagine, for instance, now, if Man City was at the same position with Napoli in the Premier League, do you think that we're going to be having a conversation about the fact that if Man City are going to win or not? Everybody would have been very certain that Man City is definitely going to carry the league. So with the form of Napoli right now in Serie A, it's already a done deal. There's no doubt. Just losing 2 matches in a season it's as good as 100% score on the sheet.
Okay, let's go to La Liga. Presently, Barcelona is topping the league, 10 points ahead of Real Madrid, and they won their match against Valencia. Also, we saw an interesting match yesterday, which was Atletico Madrid and Sevilla. It ended 6-1 in favor of Atletico Madrid. Though Real Madrid is yet to play their match today, they are playing against Real Betis.
Yeah, Real Betis.
You understand? So, do you think Real Madrid, is there any flicker of hope for Real Madrid to catch Barcelona?
Even the last match between Real Madrid and Barcelona,
that was the Copa del Rey. Yes, Barcelona won 1-0.
Barcelona won. So, and that's the third or fourth time that Barcelona is having an upper hand over Real Madrid in one season. So there is no way that I'm going to be sentimental or biased because of Ronaldo coming from Real Madrid and my love for Real Madrid to be myopic to say Real Madrid still has hope of overtaking Barcelona. Barcelona is in form. They came, as a matter of fact, Real Madrid had the opportunity of sealing the victory for La Liga, but they lost it because they were in lead. They were far ahead of Barcelona at the beginning of the season. Now Barcelona has come and overtaken them by 10 points, and there's still more points. Imagine even Real Madrid losing to small teams. Can you imagine? So even the match between Real Madrid and Real Betis, I'm not even 100% confident that Real Madrid is going to back this win.
So what you saying, Barcelona, they've taken
Barcelona right now, they are back in form.
Okay, let's go to the Ligue 1. The French Ligue 1. You watched the match between PSG and Nantes. PSG won 4-2. Presently, PSG is topping the league with 11 points. But I think, like you said last time, for PSG, it's a done deal.
They are used to it.
Okay, they are used to it.
It's meant to be wider.
So we don't see Monaco coming. We don't see Marseille. We don't see Lille. None of them is coming too. Okay, for them, it's a done deal.
It's a done deal. They are already. It's like I said earlier, and I always say every time I come on the show, I say it's like an inheritance for PSG. The Ligue 1, they own it. So they don't even put in efforts to win it anymore. You know, their effort, that's the way Man City is fighting now to come back and see how they can take their spot. Man U is fighting to come back to his glory days in the Premier League. Liverpool is trying to come back and say what's happening to our squad. Then now we have Arsenal, yes, coming back from the glory days of Arsene Wenger and saying yes, we are still there. All right, Chelsea is still struggling to regain their title and all those stuff. We have a lot of tough competition in the Premier League. Same thing for even though we just have basically two clubs in Serie A that are standing out, apart from Sevilla, Atletico Madrid, and
that's in La Liga.
For La Liga, yeah. Apart from Sevilla and Atletico Madrid, and maybe Mallorca also. But basically, we just have Barca and Real Madrid. But unlike the Ligue 1, it's just PSG.
Okay, it's okay. Well, like you said, it's just PSG. Let's go to the Bundesliga. On the table for the Bundesliga, Bayern Munich has the same point, 49 with
49.
Dortmund. Do you think they have anything to be afraid of? They're stopping because of their goal difference.
Goal difference, yes.
Yes. Do you think there's need for them to
step up?
Yes.
There's great need for Bayern Munich to step up. Like I said the last time, I said since the departure of Lewandowski, they've not really been that. Their football has not really been top notch.
But Mane moved from Liverpool to
Mane brought brightness into that gap of Lewandowski. But Mane is not as, in my own rating, is not as goal efficient like Lewandowski. Lewandowski scores with every part of his body, and you can't even tell. He can just walk away from a ball and just do something like this, just bend his head, and it produces goals. All right, he's a goal machine. Right, so you can't compare the rate of scoring of Lewandowski with Mane. All right, it's okay. The fact that they don't play same position on the pitch. Lewandowski is just in that spot waiting for any opportunity. Mane would have to walk his goal.
It's okay. Thank you so much for that. If we should go well for the Arabian League, Ronaldo has been leading his team. He's been leading the front line.
Yes.
Al Nassr, they are presently topping the league. In their last match, they came from a goal down. They won 3-1.
Yeah.
And in the last match also, just he's been leading the team.
Yeah, and he's been leading them very well. They've been following him.
Oh, okay.
Yes, there's a difference between leading and not following, just the way he led Portugal in the World Cup and they were not following. That's my own analysis. Yes. Presently he's leading Al Nassr and they are all following.
Presently, when we look at the top leagues, all the top leagues, for 2023, Ronaldo has 10 goals. Kylian Mbappe has 10 goals. You understand?
Yes.
It's been, and there was Haaland also. You understand? Haaland had about 7 goals for 2023. So it shows that there's still something about Ronaldo.
Exactly.
Okay, let's go to the Nigerian league. Bender Insurance is topping the league.
Yeah, Bender Insurance, the Nigerian league. For me personally, I spend not so much time. I don't spend time. I spend not so much time going through the Nigerian league because of its statistics on the map of football.
You talked about security as a major challenge of the Nigerian league.
Yeah, because of its statistics, the logistics in the Nigerian Football Association. All right. So when I go through it, there are so many loopholes, so many things that have not been fixed. Politicking, insecurity, tribalism, and all those stuff. So it makes it waters down the quality of the football. So if you have to be a sports analyst and you want to be very, very unbiased about looking at the credentials of the Nigerian Football Association or the Nigerian League, you'll be lying to yourself if you want to compare it with something like the South African League. You'll be lying to yourself, because now Bender Insurance is stopping the league. They've been playing fantastic football. But let us find out what happened to all the other great leagues like the Eyimbas and the others. Why are people not doing research to find out, okay, why are these names just falling off the radar and nothing is being done, or no inquiries or no concerns to say, okay, let's reinvest into these things? Because one of the challenges of Nigerian football is poor investment. So because there's poor investment, the interest rate is extremely low. It's as good as zero. So the position of Bender Insurance is not really.
You mean if businessmen, or rather, is it the government that will invest in the league?
Private investors, especially, not the government. Government has their hands full. They're not going to finish. They've not met the needs of the masses, the grassroots. They want to go and meet football needs to pay people how much. It's the private investors who would see investment opportunities, profit-making opportunities out of this football, like other investors. People will bring out billions of dollars just to buy a football club because they see the business opportunity that it gives to them in a period of 10 years. But I don't know about the Nigerian investors or foreign investors coming to Nigeria to invest in Nigerian football. But some of the things that would also hold them back are these factors, these logistics that are working against the Nigerian Football Association and the Nigerian League in general.
It's okay. Thank you so much. We've listened to Mr. Valentine talk to us on some of these issues. We looked at various leagues, major leagues across the world, and also we came back to our own Nigeria league. Last week we didn't pay tribute to our own Christian Atsu of the Ghanaian football player that died during the earthquake in Turkey. From all of us at Noble TV, we're sending our condolences to the family and also the Ghanaian Football Federation for the demise of Christian. From us at Noble TV, my name is Noble Arinze. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.